go.
Welcome in to Know the Score.
A finally Friday episode.
KTS
been a long
1.0.
Yeah, it's been quite a week. How about you?
Yeah, it's been a interesting week.
Yeah. Traveling tonight, I am told, for football.
Yes, traveling tonight. We are going to Standing Rock, a couple miles away from the Prairie Knights Casino.
Oh.
So I might stop in there just to check out the buffet.
Oh, check out the buffet. Yeah.
Oh.
What is the buffet there? The Treasure Island here, closest to Rochester. To eat at their buffet, it's $55. No.
Oh, geez.
$55.
I don't know what it is, but I've got. We actually have tickets to Rodney Carrington in November.
And I wouldn't know who Rodney Carrington. I know Rodney Dangerfield, but
Rodney Carrington is a comedian. He's kind of a comedian / singer.
Okay.
And he gets a little raunchy at times.
Does he? See, do you like that raunchy, funny stuff?
It all depends. He is funny. I enjoy it.
Okay.
But I mean, I can't, like Andrew Dice Clay and he was one I couldn't swallow.
You know,
it's like
if you had to pick your favorite, I guess Dangerfield's got to be up there for me.
Yeah.
Sam Kinison was pretty good. I wish he was still around.
Steve Martin was always good.
Steve Martin was great. It still is great. But Becky's been watching that Only Murders in the Building.
Yep.
And him and Martin Short are in there, and they're swearing like sailors the whole time. I don't know if you've ever watched. Yeah.
No.
I don't remember ever hearing Steve Martin swear in any of it.
Martin never did. I mean,
it's kind of weird. I was like, what the heck? She's like, she likes the show. She's into it. I tried to watch it, and I'm just like, I just couldn't get into it. So I'm not on there. So, so Lily had a soccer game last night, and I was talking with some of the dads, and there's a little person comic. I don't remember his name, but he's coming to Rochester, and I guess he's really funny.
Yeah.
Do you know of him or not?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Can't call him the M word because they get offended, but I guess he's super funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've just never been one to sit down for a comedy show. I mean, on a comedy show, I just call you up.
Yeah, exactly. But I went to.
And the Bears stink.
We did go to Deadwood.
Yeah.
And seen a comedian there, and there was 2 or 3 jokes in there that I was still laughing during his next joke.
Yeah.
And I'm just like tears at my wife, and then we're looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah.
So no, there's some comedians out there, man, that they'll crack you up.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I couldn't sit for like 45 minutes to an hour to listen to it. I mean, I guess I'm just too. I have to jump around too much. Why you get rid of me?
I don't know what I just did.
You got rid of me, buddy.
So I'm trying to get my virtual background changed, but it won't change for me.
Okay. Well, you look good. Don't worry about it.
No, I wanted to put the Dodger logo behind me because.
Oh, we're going to talk Dodgers today, are we?
Well, we're the West champions again, and
I
know. Let's hear it.
At what point does it get boring? Just being the champions of the Western Division.
It makes it fun because the Padres always think that they're the
greatest.
They've rebuilt their team and spent more money than the Dodgers, and still they won the division once.
Yeah. So I will just say this on the Twins. The season's over for them. I don't think it's been an epic failure from what I've been reading on X and some of my buddies on Facebook.
I don't think it has been.
No. Epic is a strong word, Nolan.
Well, when you got the division by the
they didn't have the division. Cleveland was always had the division. They were in the wild card. You know,
they led. Didn't they get in the division for a little bit? Maybe not.
Yeah, right before the All-Star break, they were. But Cleveland was always like within a game or a game and a half. So I don't think it's epic. It's disappointing.
Epic because it's Kansas City and Detroit.
Well.
That are ahead of them, because you always look at the beginning of the year, it's like, wow, what a weak division. Twins should walk through this thing.
Yeah. Well, Cleveland is usually pretty good. I mean, back in the 80s, they weren't, but since the mid 90s, they've been a pretty good team.
Yeah, as soon as Joe Charbonneau left the team, You remember Charbonneau?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, you have to Google him.
Okay.
Google him.
Is he like Shoeless Joe Jackson?
Hey, he's kind of like
Is he like a Nick Punto?
It's hard to explain him, but they had a song about him, and yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay, so Dodgers, they're gonna have the best record. Are they? They're in that.
They are tied with the Phillies as of last night, and I didn't see what the Phillies did.
Okay, and then I know so it's been kind of a great. Okay, it's been a crazy week here. So I haven't watched a whole lot of sports, but I know that the Hurricane was going to kind of push the Braves series back, maybe or possibly or something like that because
they already postponed the game like was it 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
So I don't know what they did, but yeah, Atlanta's still trying to get in.
So with that hurricane, I got some friends that live in Florida. I got some on the west coast of Florida, and I got some on the east coast of Florida, and just reached out. Hey, how you doing? They said, man, it was crazy. Both sides, just crazy. Like the winds were crazy. The rain was crazy. So I guess we'll take our, I don't know, 6-7 inches of snow. And
our blizzard
Yeah.
But, I think, unfortunately, I think the Braves and Mets play a doubleheader on Monday.
Right.
Before the playoffs start.
And so
if those games mean anything, I mean, if they're do they still play them?
No, that's what I had heard. If the games don't mean anything, they won't play them. But the Diamondbacks won, and so then they had to play. They have to play, and so the Mets could be like here or like in Milwaukee or wherever they're at, and then they would have to go to Atlanta, and then they would have to go to the San Diego if they won. Yeah. So that's like jumping time zones.
Yeah.
And that, I don't.
So okay, so what if say the games don't mean anything? They've got the 2 games. They decide not to play them. Okay, that would be like week 17 in the NFL, and Chicago and Minnesota aren't playing anything. They decide, we're going to cancel the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's 162 games, but you've got fans. You've got that. There's money going to be lost.
Well, not only that, you've got, if the scrubby second baseman guy needs 3 at-bats to get a bonus on his contract and you cancel the games.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but
I would think they would still play him. Obviously meaningless game. Nobody wants to go out and get hurt.
But so what if it was like the Twins and the White Sox and it got rained out? Do you need to play that? Do you need to make that game up? Neither one of them are going anywhere. So do you really need to make that game up?
Right. But how about today? Reds and Cubs are playing today at 12:20. What's that game mean? Means nothing. Why are you playing?
Yeah.
Once the team gets eliminated, let's just cancel the rest of the season.
You get an automatic win against them, right?
White Sox would be playing golf in May. Or would have.
Wow. Hey, they've won a few in a row. They're trying not to have it.
So are we talking on Monday? We'll be on here Monday?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk playoffs on Monday. So
playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
Damn right.
Playoffs
on Monday. And then Rick Sosa is officially gone from X, from what I heard.
Is it what happened? Somebody
I don't know. Somebody went onto his thing and it said something. I don't know if he was it's a account expired or he's no longer there.
Wow.
So yeah, there's people out there shooting fireworks off and memes going, Rick Sosa's gone.
Yeah. Were you one of those guys?
No.
Were you?
No, I wasn't. You were I think you were the one that got blocked from him, and you blocked him. And
I blocked him. Just like, you are such a dip.
But yeah, he was. Yeah, I think the last couple things he's done. Well, he cheered on the Jordan Love. Right. That's too bad. And he just got like bombarded with stuff.
For sure. So, any news on Jordan Love if he's playing this weekend or not, or haven't they said?
He's possibly is, but he's not going to be 100%. But
so what do you do? Do you start him if he's not 100%? Knowing how the Vikings defense has been pretty dang good this year, so I'm just kind of wondering, would you really risk him out there? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think
I think you have to.
I think you have to. I think it's a game that is this a must win for both teams or no?
I don't think it's a must win, but it's an automatic 2-game lead over
right.
Tiebreaker and but I think it's more of a win for the Packers. If the Vikings lose, it could do two things. It could bring them down to earth and their fans going, oh, man, maybe we aren't as good as we thought we were. Or if the Packers lose, then we got to hear about it for another week that the Vikings are going to the Super Bowl.
So a little amount of time that I've been on X this week, I haven't seen a whole lot of the Vikings are going to the Super Bowl. I've heard a lot of we are better than what others thought we were. And you said it even earlier when we were in our pregame, is that Stephen A. Smith.
What's up, baby?
I got this today. There was this Packer guy was on this morning.
Bay, baby. That's right. Check out the hair. Check out the.
He said, "Welcome to Wisconsin, Minnesota." And this is what you expect to see when you get to Wisconsin. And people are just boom, 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 boom. I mean, why do you put stuff on there like that? I mean,
because if you hit it right, man, you all of a sudden you start to make money.
So you saw the one guy that I mentioned to, hey, let's have that Colts guy.
Yep.
That was singing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he makes a video the other day. I unfollowed him. He took one of those firework things.
Yeah.
That to shoot, and he pointed it at his. Did you see it?
No, I did not. No.
It was done. It was just like, dude, stick to singing songs. It was funny.
Stick to singing songs with very nice-looking cheerleaders is what he was doing.
Instead of putting a fireworks display next to your sack and trying to blow it up.
If he ain't using it, you might as well get rid of it, right? My dad always said, if you ain't using stuff, just get rid of it.
Yeah, when you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah.
That's right.
So we're going on to, before we get into NFL too much.
Okay.
Minnesota Lynx, are they going to win ring number 5?
Oh,
playing well.
Yeah, we'll see. They've got a pretty good team. I think if they make it to the finals,
they will probably the Suns now, right? That I think they're former champions, maybe.
Connecticut Suns. They haven't been champions in a while, I don't think, because I think the Aces won it last year. So, the Aces and the Liberty are the two top teams. Or no, Liberty's the top team. Minnesota's number 2. Aces are 3, and then I don't know what Connecticut was.
I think it's the Spades, and then the Jacks come in after that.
Yeah, could be. Boom. Very good. Very good. Listen to you. So, all right. So, Nolan wanted to do 2 top 6s today, but we can only go a half hour because he's got to travel. So we're just going to do quarterbacks, right? Is that what we decided upon?
Yeah, because we did our power rankings on Monday, and I had Buffalo at 3. They won. So
convincingly, would you move them up?
Our power rankings, mine are pretty legit. We'll see after this weekend.
Okay.
Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 6 of my teams, maybe Kansas City not so much, but my 5 of my 6 have tough ball games.
Yeah. So when we were doing our picks, I'm like, oi. I mean,
there could be some separation here, or we just.
Or we
just pick conservatively, and
we'll see where we're heading. So, all right. Well, I got one honorable mention quarterback, if you allow me to do so, and I'm going to say Russell Wilson, because this guy is got so much money in the bank for basically doing nothing. So I didn't put him in the top 6, buddy. He's just honorable mention. Who do you got for number 6?
Is Russell Wilson going to go to Miami? Probably not. So that's my other question before we get into it.
Okay.
Why is Miami not doing anything at the quarterback position? Why are they not spending money?
Because Tua's coming back.
Not for like 5 weeks.
He's got 2 weeks left on the IR.
So you lose 3 games. That could kill you for a division title.
Correct. I don't know.
Ryan Tannehill's out there.
Is
Ryan
Fitzpatrick? I don't think Fitzpatrick has it anymore, does he?
He's still got the magic.
Does he? He's got the Fitz magic.
Yeah.
Does Russell Wilson make your team better in Miami?
No, he doesn't. No.
Yeah.
I was joking about that, but yeah,
Okay.
no. I think Russell Wilson doesn't have an injury. I don't think.
You think they're just letting them save face and say, "You suck. We're still going to pay you"?
Well, and I think what Pittsburgh is doing, I think they were starting Fields, and I don't think they expected to be where they're at right now.
Yeah.
So I think there's a little going, oh boy, now we got Fields. What do you do with Russell Wilson, the first guy you signed?
Yeah. They're in a, how do you, if Wilson's cleared, how do you say, okay, because there's that old, I don't think they use it anymore, but it's always been, you don't lose your job to an injury. But
I think was Russell Wilson ever stoned into the,
well, that's what Mike Tomlin said.
Was it?
He's their starter. He's their starter.
All right. Well, my number 6 quarterback. Let's go.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to give him a little kudos this week. It might jinx him, but I'm going to go with Sam Darnold.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Playing well.
He's playing well. I have him as my number 6 as well.
Perfect.
So, my number 5, and this was tough to put him at 5, but he's got the Saints off to a pretty dang good start. I got Derek Carr as my number 5 quarterback. You're shaking your head. No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's
okay.
a bad 5. That's a bad 5.
Oh, well, I'm glad it's my list.
That's why you have your list. Yeah, you bet. My number 5 is a guy that I'm not a big fan of, but he's got a receiver now that he can just throw it wherever he wants to, and he catches it. So I'm going to go with Kyler Murray, number 5. He's playing well.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Wait, say that again. Say that again. Say his name. No one say his name.
You'll like my 4, that's for sure.
Okay. So you go ahead with number 4. I don't know who that is. Who does that now?
That's Kirk Cousins.
Is it? Oh, Kirk O'Chain. I got Aaron Rodgers.
Other than the interceptions, he's had a few more interceptions than what. But for the most part, he's a serviceable quarterback.
Well,
look what he did week 1. They showed the way he dropped back, and now all of a sudden, weeks 2 and 3, he's stepping different. He looks like he's got the confidence in the Achilles going.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I think if it goes, it goes.
Right. It's got a big matchup against New Orleans this week, so it'll be interesting to see
he's
how
going to shred Derek Carr. We'll go back to our list next Monday.
Okay, sounds good. I got Aaron Rodgers at number 4.
All right.
Got Roger Dodger at number 4.
Okay.
So, my number 3, Baltimore guy. They're trying to keep him in the pocket. Got Lamar Jackson running number 3.
All right. I got a guy that's throwing a lot of touchdowns this year. Lost last week, but Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
At number 3.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I've got your favorite guy at number 2, Aaron Rodgers.
Not my favorite guy. Not my favorite guy. I got Josh Allen, number 2.
Really?
Yep.
I got Josh Allen, number 1. There's nobody better right now than Josh Allen. Nobody.
I would disagree. I mean, I got Mahomes, number 1.
I figured you would. You're a homer.
I'm not a homer. I just think the guy.
You're a Mahomes.
You're a Mahomeser. He has that aura when he just steps onto the field. He's got that Montana aura. He's got that. We're going to win this game. I mean, and he does. He does. So
Mahomes, 659 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Okay. Josh Allen.
Will they have a bye week this week or what?
No, they play.
The Ravens.
They play. Yeah, it's going to be another good game.
Shred them. 634 yards, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Josh Allen has 0 interceptions.
0 interceptions.
Well, then I reserve the right to switch Josh Allen to number 1. And actually, I wrote Jared Allen because you and I were talking.
Jared Allen. I mean,
he'd be a pretty damn good quarterback. wrestle him up, throw
There
some
you go.
touchdown passes.
All right, so we're unanimous. Josh Allen, number one.
Yeah. So you know what? Speaking of quarterbacks, we got to go into the Brett Favre and the Tommy Kramer. You know, kind of some tough news.
These are quarterbacks that, well, obviously Favre. We grew up with Favre, and we grew up with Tommy Kramer as well.
Yeah.
And both of them have some serious medical issues going on.
Right.
Pretty sad.
So yeah, that's Tommy's was worse, I think. I just like, wow, you know, that's crazy. So
because he has dementia.
Yep.
And
so
he's talking like 2 years, he said.
And so when he said he quit drinking last year, I was kind of wondering on X. He said, "Hey, I'm not going to drink anymore." I figured, here comes the liver diagnosis.
Exactly.
That his liver's saying, "Adios, buddy." You know, but I was wrong. But you know, he's kind of my, you know, he had some good seasons for the Vikings. I didn't know he played his last season. Do you know where he played his last season? By chance?
Was it Green Bay?
No. He was a Saint. He went down to New Orleans.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, and I forgot about that. And then when I read it, I'm like, that's right. He just didn't look right in that Saints uniform, just like Joe Namath out in L.A. And
it's like Jim McMahon playing his last year in Green Bay.
Yeah,
and
he played for and with the Vikings. And how many teams did he go to? He was a Charger, right?
Oh, there's like 6 teams.
Was there? Yeah. That's what we need to do. A quarterback list of quarterbacks that shouldn't have been on that team. That'll be our next top 6-pack. That'd be a good one.
Or he could do any type player that shouldn't have been on. Like Jerry Rice should not have been a Raider. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That kind of.
Well, he had some good seasons though with the Raiders, didn't he? I think he went to the Broncos after that, didn't he?
To me, he's a San Francisco.
Well, right. No, I understand that, but
it's like Chris Carter. I mean,
Chris Carter being a Dolphin. I mean,
and now he's like, I know he's probably shedding Philadelphia.
Yeah,
because I think Philadelphia was his dark years. I think.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he was a great receiver for the Vikes, man.
But he called Stephen A out the other day. That was pretty good.
Did he? Okay.
And then he called Stephen A out on "You said you hated Sam Darnold," and then like the next day got the power rankings for top quarterbacks. And
I love Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Minnesota's 2 in the NFL. It's like, what? You went from
I can't put the Vikings at number 2. No. As a Viking homer, as you call me, I should, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I think if they beat the Packers this weekend, I would probably move I got them at 4 right now.
But a lot of these rankings, they're put out by Fox, they're put out by ESPN. A lot of the rankings have Houston and San Francisco ahead of Minnesota, which to me,
I still think they're better teams.
Yeah.
We caught the Texans without 2 of their running backs.
I think Houston is a better team than Minnesota.
Yep.
San Francisco has some issues right now with, obviously they're dealing with contracts, contracts.
And Christian McCaffrey is like, he's kind of the key cog in that world. So I mean, we beat them, but doesn't matter come December when the playoffs are out. I mean, so let's see what we can do this week. You just got to keep winning. You said a win is a win, and that's what I'm going with. But I don't think they're better. I don't think the Vikings are better than the Texans or the 49ers. I think they caught a break, and some of their players were injured, and they took advantage of it, which you need to do.
Yep. Both teams seem to be pretty healthy this weekend. Is Addison playing?
I don't think he's playing. I don't think he's eligible because he was.
Oh, did
they put him on? I think they put him. I'm not 100% sure, but
are you looking forward to the Jefferson Alexander matchup?
I like the way Jefferson comes out and says those things don't really matter to me. I think that's just an easy way to downplay it.
Yeah. He's pretty excited.
He's super excited, but he's not going to say anything.
He's hoping Alexander's a crosser.
Yeah.
But then all these Packer fans was like, you know what, Alexander just needs to go man to man with no safety help, and I'm just like, no, that's not the way to.
Yes.
I mean, who cares if there's one safety back there kind of helping?
Right.
Because you're not going to be able to go 50 plays mano-a-mano, and Jefferson
Right.
cut him down to 2 catches in 16.
Well, and Naylor stepped up too for the Vikings. I
Yeah.
mean, he's kind of like really. So let's,
But
I don't
he
know.
has had, if you look at the Viking touchdown passes and completions, the amount of time, like even last night, the amount of time that these quarterbacks have in the pocket, where
Yep.
it's showing you that Chicago could easily be 3-0 if he had some time. He has had no time.
Yeah, no, I get
Jared
that.
Goff really hasn't had a lot of time. He's thrown 4 interceptions.
Yeah, I would say, like watching the Texans game, Darnold had a little bit more pressure on him in that game than he had in the San Fran game and the Giants game. And all 3 of those teams the Giants have a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
I know they're not a very good offensive team, but their defense is pretty good. But the Vikings line has really kind of, hopefully they can do it again. Well, I don't know what's Green Bay's defense. I really haven't.
I don't know where they're ranked at but I think they've got a pretty decent defense.
Okay. I know their cornerbacks. I know their secondary is pretty tight. So it'll be interesting. Now, if you're Aaron Jones, what do you want to do? Do you want to score 50 times? I mean, is that where he's at? I mean, is it just hand the ball off to him and see what he does?
Well, first off, with Aaron Jones,
okay,
I would love for him to score.
He's a Dakota Bear.
He's a Dakota Bear, remember? So he helped me to a win last week.
That's right.
But with Aaron Jones, I found it hard to read that letter to the Green Bay fans. Hey, I'm coming back. Love you guys. What are we doing here? You're not a Packer anymore. Are you going to jump in? Are you going to do the Lambeau leap?
Oh, he wants to. That's already said that he wants to, and he hopes that there's a bunch of Viking fans around in that area. So if he scores, so you can't be mad at the fans, can you? If Green Bay decides,
I'm not saying mad at the fans. I'm a little disappointed in Aaron Jones. I mean, kind of going, hey, don't be mean to me. I love you.
Don't boo me. Don't boo me.
Like,
yeah.
No, man, you went to the other side from day one, from the minute you decided to go to Minnesota. Now, if you'd have went to San Francisco or anywhere else, hey. But
so if he went to the Bears, you wouldn't want that letter to be written either, or the Lions. Okay. Yeah, no, I get it.
I think in a division, I'm back in our day, Chad. You've never Jim McMahon did it, but you never seen a guy go from Minnesota to the Bears or Bears to
Jared Allen.
I know, but that's
Ryan Longwell. Paul Ettinger.
Kickers don't count, man.
Okay. Jan Stenerud. I mean, we can go back and back and back.
Yeah.
Anyways.
To me, you just don't go to a rival. I mean, that's just like Magic Johnson playing his last year in Boston.
That would have been crazy.
That
never would have happened, though. That was the time.
And I give kudos to Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, guys like that had opportunities.
And I know you don't. No. I know you don't like him, but the Hitman, he's had plenty of opportunities to leave Minnesota, but he never did.
Yep,
never did. So
I don't think he would have. I don't think he would go to Chicago or Green Bay. I don't think
Harrison Smith.
Yeah. Well, now money talks.
Yeah.
That's
do you remember? And I want to say this was probably the late 90s when it used to be all about loyalty and that, and then they started saying this is a business. The NFL is a business, and that's when the whole loyalty thing.
Yeah. Well, then now you got the NIL stuff with the quarterback from. Was it UNLV?
Yeah. He's not getting $100,000, so he said
he got $3,000. So he says, "I'm out of here." It's like, wow.
Yeah.
So that's where our world's coming to.
You know it, brother. You know it. Well, speaking of money. Is that our perfect segue into this week's picks? Yeah. Are you reading next to see if there's something breaking news?
No, I'm looking to see where the Green Bay defense is. They're about mid-pack.
Mid-pack? Okay.
And Minnesota looks like mid-pack as well.
Yeah. They've just got the most sacks, right?
I'm looking at like total yards for the game. Minnesota gives up 310. Green Bay gives up 328.
Okay, so
and the team that Justin Fields is on, that he's 3-0, they're giving up 229 yards a game.
They are the numero uno defense.
Yes, they are the number one defense. Yes.
Right. Yep. So okay. So we'll start with my Minnesota Vikings.
Now your mic's kind of gone to crap a little bit, but
am I better now?
You're in a hallway or something. It's like you're
Is
in
it?
a dungeon. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Now you're better.
Okay.
Now you're bad. Now you're in a like an orchestra,
so then you read the picks and I will give you my.
You're in the Severe. Have you seen the Severe in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we gotta get a ticket to go to that.
Okay.
Friday night. There's nothing really special going on there. No concerts, but it sounds like they do something every night down at the Sphere. So
at the Sphere. Okay. So well, you go ahead and read things off since my microphone's all monkey.
Okay. All right. And maybe it does sound good. It's just maybe different in my head. Anyways, Minnesota and Minnesota, the over-under is 43.5. Minnesota is underdogs by 3. Am I reading that right?
Yes, sir.
You go ahead. It's your team. So
I am going to take Green Bay and I am going under. And I'm going to write that down. So I'm circling Green Bay. Okay. Circle Green Bay.
I'm going to write it down as well.
And then I am going 43.5 and I'm going down arrow. That means under.
All right. I'm totally opposite of you, Chad.
Are you really? Wow.
Okay. Yeah, because I picked over. I'm sorry, but I got Minnesota +3.
Yeah, and over.
And over. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's opposite of me. Yes, sir. It is.
You went under?
I went under. See, that's where you're. Oh, I wrote over.
No, I wrote it down, but then I thought I went under, but I went over. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Next game.
Rams and Chicago. Chicago favored by 3, and the over/under is 40.5. I'm taking the Bears -3, and I've got the Rams over 40.5.
I have the exact same thing as you. Bears are going to win, and they're going to score a lot of points this week.
You're going over.
Go over. Draw the arrow up.
Yeah, because if the arrow's down, that means over on Chad's paper.
Yeah, what? I'm froze. Are you froze?
No, you froze.
Okay.
Detroit 3.5, and Seattle, the over/under is 45.5. I'm going to go Detroit 3.5. They're going to continue to play some good football, and I've got Seattle over 45.5.
I have the exact same thing as you because I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and so I have the arrow pointing up on this one.
That would be over.
Yeah.
But you could also be pointing under the table. All right.
So one of my picks that I just get to pick out of nowhere. So we're doing 2 of our own this week because the Packers and Minnesota are playing each other.
We both picked Dallas too last night too, by the way.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I took the Broncos versus the Jets. So if you want to write this down, I'm taking the Jets and I'm going over the 39.5. So Jets 7.5. Same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Jets -8 over 39.5. And I think the Jets will probably hit the over by themselves this week.
Yeah. So you got them at -8. I got them on -7.5 here on ESPN.
I'll take the 7.5.
Yeah, give yourself a little. Yeah, give yourself a little thing there.
I'll buy that point.
Okay. You got the last one. Yep.
My other one, I've got Atlanta.
Ooh.
I've got them 2.5, and I've got the over. And I think Kirk comes out and has one of those 380 4-touchdown games.
Okay.
Gonna shut Derek Carr and the Saints up because the Aints right?
Eats, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay.
Um,
And then you got one more game to pick.
I got one more game, and I took the Pittsburgh versus Indianapolis. Pittsburgh is a 1.5 point favorite. The over-under is 40.5. So I'm taking Pittsburgh and the points. They will win by more than 1.5. But I'm going under, Nolan.
With the arrow down.
The arrow goes down.
Okay.
And I will take a picture of this and I will send it to you.
No, you don't need to send it.
As soon as we're done.
So I picked Indy in this game.
You did pick Indy. Okay, so
Indy in the
and I will take Atlanta because I think Atlanta will beat the Saints.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think that's going to be one of those last team that has the ball is going to win.
Yep.
I think. So, okay.
This one was tough for me to pick. Tampa Bay at home against the Eagles. I don't know what Eagles team's going to show up, and I don't know what Buccaneers team's going to show up. So
sure.
I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I think both teams will play well as far as from the quarterback position. And I think Mayfield's going to outshine Hurts this weekend. So I'm picking the Buccaneers.
You're taking the Bucs. I'm going to take Philly only because Saquon Barkley is on. Just the guy is. He's got something to prove, and I think he's probably going to have an MVP type season.
He won't get shut down this weekend, though.
You will? Okay. All right.
He might get in there once, but.
Okay. I'm going to take Philly.
Bengals 0-3 against a team that should not have more wins than the Bengals, but
yeah,
Andy Dalton's former team.
Can we push on this one?
Bengals are going to open it up this weekend.
I've got the Bengals circled, but if they lose this week, what do you do? What do you do if you go 0-4?
Probably try to shop Chase. He should have signed his contract, man.
You're brutal. You're brutal, dude.
Jaguars at the Texans. I'm taking Houston.
I got Houston. Jags are in trouble too. They could go 0-4.
Yeah, Jags do it for a win though. That's the only thing.
Yeah. But so are the Bengals. So I mean, it's this next game, the Commanders at the Falcons, or not the Falcons, the Cardinals. What are you thinking?
I got one of my top quarterbacks in the game, so taking Arizona. I'm not set on Jaden Daniels yet.
Okay.
I know everybody's flapping at the gums saying that he should have been the number one pick. He's the best rookie quarterback out there. One game doesn't make a season.
He is right now. He's probably the best rookie quarterback right now.
It's the Commanders.
It's the Commanders.
He was the best rookie quarterback that week.
Yep. He's played okay. Caleb Williams played okay. I mean, they've all done well. I'm going to take
Bo Nix, though, hasn't thrown a touchdown yet this year.
That's
7 interceptions and no touchdowns.
Right.
But they got to win. So what?
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Cardinals. But can you tell me why the over/under is 50.5? Are they both terrible defenses or what?
Well, I'm thinking Arizona scores a lot of points, and I think they're expecting Jaden Daniels they scored a bunch last week.
Yeah, but that's only
28-24.
I could see like the Saints and the Falcons being a 50.5 point game, but this, I don't know.
This is why we're not in Vegas.
True.
This is
true. This is true.
Because everybody's going to go. If you were in Vegas right now, you'd be laughing going, I'm going the under.
Yeah.
And then there'd be 60 points scored, and you'd be just like, Vegas always knows something.
They've got the script. Is that what you're telling me? Book it.
Gotcha. Well, there's a reason why Vegas is still there.
That's true. That's true. All right. We got your New England Patriots going to the San Francisco 49ers.
I don't have a jersey of the New England Patriots.
I want it, buddy. I want it. So,
you know what? I could win a dress, and I'm not going to wear it.
Yeah, well, that's true. So, and then
San Francisco.
San Fran. You think they're going to win by 10?
They'll be fine. Oh, yeah, they'll be fine.
No problem. Okay.
Yeah.
The Browns versus the Raiders.
Oh, you go ahead.
Which Browns team is going to show up is what I'm thinking. I'm going to take the Vegas Raiders. The Raiders to win.
All right. I'm going to take Cleveland.
Okay.
And then
Chiefs
your
versus
team. Yeah, your
Chiefs versus the Chargers. I'm going to take the Chiefs, boy.
Chiefs. Yeah. Chargers, without Herbert, that team's going to be going absolutely nowhere. So,
Yeah. So this next one, is it game of the week? Maybe? Or is there a couple other games of the week? So I got Buffalo at Baltimore.
Buffalo. And so instead of this next thing I'm going to play, it's not the Bears, it's the Bills.
Are who we thought they were.
The Bills are who we thought they were. They are probably one of the best teams in the NFL, and they are going to walk all over the Ravens this weekend. They're underdogs, but they're going to cover the over probably by themselves. Josh Allen's going to throw another 4 touchdowns. And
did you draft Josh Allen all of a sudden?
I've had him on my one team.
Have you?
Not on my Dakota Bears, but
yeah, okay.
My other team. I've had him.
I'm taking the Bills too. I think I gotta take the Bills.
And probably the most anticipated Monday night game that we're going to see all year.
Well, there's two though. You know that, right?
I know, but this one is the most anticipated one.
Okay. Yep.
Is the Miami Dolphins hosting?
Yes. Okay.
I
thought you were going to talk about the other way. I'm like,
no.
Okay.
How Miami is favored by 1 is beyond me. How the total is 36.5 is beyond me. It should be probably 29.5.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the Titans covering that 1 point easily. And I'm going to actually go the under of 29.5.
So we're picking that over under on that, or are you?
No, I'm just
giving us little extra tidbits.
Under 29.5. That's unheard of to have an over under at 29.5. But
I froze up again. I'm frozen. Now I'm back. I think.
No,
I'm back. Right. Yep, now I'm back. I believe Miami's backup Skylar Thompson got hurt. Right? Is he playing?
Yeah, they're probably going to put Tyreek at quarterback, probably.
Okay, so I'm going to take Tennessee. They need a win. I'm going to take Tennessee on that. And then finally, we've got Seattle facing Bubbles the Lion in Detroit on the second Monday night game, and I'm froze again. I think. Now I'm back, right?
You're back, yeah. You I heard that pop, like I told you I heard earlier.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
And then you went black. But
okay. I think I've got some school kids here right now doing their homework, and so that's why I'm not. So there's a lot of
your Wi-Fi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So as much as I hate to do it, I'm going to take Detroit.
Yeah, we both already did that. Remember, we already picked the over and the under.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
I can see Seattle winning.
I'd like to see it.
I think at home Monday night, crowd's going to be pretty electric. On my season preview, I think I have Detroit losing to Seattle, but I'm going against myself and picking Detroit,
which we said was okay to do because
but
that's who we
still end up 6-11 on the season.
And I have them actually losing to the Seahawks 14-12. So
okay,
that's what I wrote down, 14-12. But yeah, I think they're in a pretty good spot. So all right, my friend. So there's our picks.
Yeah, we've covered all the sports we need to cover.
Yeah. We are maybe taking a hiatus from the NBA this year unless the Timberwolves start out tough. Maybe LeBron blows out his anus, and we could talk about that for hours and hours.
Explicit.
Yes. Thoughts on last night's game? Quick, before we take off.
Which one, the better one, the Army over Temple?
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
They covered the over and they covered the points. So
did they? Okay.
No,
I
have no comment on Dallas Giants game.
Giants.
You put a team on Monday night that scores 6 field goals, 5 field goals, can't get into the end zone, and then you've got Thursday night, and then you've got the Dallas Cowboys that somebody's going to get fired, man. Somebody's got to go.
So Monday.
Either Mike McCarthy's got to go, Jerry Jones has to go, or Dak Prescott needs to go somewhere. But I know Dak Prescott's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. I don't think Jerry Jones is going to fire himself. I think Mike McCarthy would say, offensive coordinator, you're fired.
Well, when you get Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, I mean.
Well, Zeke is back, isn't he?
Is he back? Well, yeah, you got rid of him in his prime.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard is running well. You get rid of him. So who do you fire?
Mike Zimmer.
You got to fire yourself from
Mike
Zimmer. Yeah.
Mike Zimmer. Fire him. Blame it on him.
CeeDee Lamb on his way out of the stadium last night, going into the locker room, he heard a kid yell, wanting his gloves.
Yeah.
Instead, takes his cleats off and hands the cleats to this kid.
No
Good
kid.
To CeeDee Lamb.
That is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons got hurt. Don't know what they said anything.
Started off, right? Ankle?
Yeah, I think so. They haven't. I don't see an update anywhere. But after the game, he said, "I hate winning games like this. We got to quit squeaking by."
Well, if he'd have came over to Chicago, he probably wouldn't have got hurt.
Just remember, Micah, a W is a W, no matter when.
Yeah, but I think he sees the
proverbial writing on the wall.
He sees the writing on the wall. I think he knows probably not going to win the division, probably not going to make the playoffs. They've got the same problems that half the NFL does. They need an offensive coordinator.
And with that,
boom.
See you Monday.
Happy September, too, by the way.